Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I could show you my sketchbook and do a proper flip through since it's been a while since I've kind of finished this big boy. This sketchbook was purchased by, well, by myself in I think around 2018 at a medieval fair. It is handmade, and ever since I tried to buy my sketchbooks from the person who made the sketchbook, I think his work or their work might be like done by one person only, or maybe by a couple, I'm not completely sure, but they hand make these and they're very good. This has lasted me for a pretty good time, and the paper quality has always been like phenomenal, so I love these. And the current one that I'm also using is also by this person. Just like a side note, when I use these sketchbooks, I do want to make them pretty. I usually have a side sketchbook where I can just go and doodle and think, and it will not be as aesthetic, let's say, as these ones. It really gives me a lot of pleasure to try and make them colorful, so that's what you'll see here. There's also a lot of pages where, you know, I kind of go at it, but yeah, I just know there's a lot of discourse when it comes to sketchbooks being like a showcase of your work. Alright, so I always like to decorate my first page. Two of these sketches are by Pargova, also this one, I'll link her below, as well as the sketchbook maker. And a lot of these are also made by myself, so this little guy, this guy here, and these are just random stuff that I buy. You'll see these throughout the sketchbook as well, I'm sure. First page, this, so when I got the sketchbook, it took me like maybe 2 years to actually use it. So yeah, I got it maybe in 2016 or 2017, and only in 2018 I started using it because I was quite afraid of ruining it. And one thing that really helped me started using it was that I ran out of sketchbooks and I wanted to do a beer review, so I just did it here. And this is something that I quite enjoy doing a lot. It's kind of, I stopped doing it, but I really like reviewing the beers that I drink. Yeah, this is watercolor and pen. Just a testing page. I think that in a previous video you could have seen, but I do like placing plants in my sketchbook and dry them. This is one cake that, according to my review, I was really sad because the last time I had come to this place, the cake had been quite bigger. These are my parents and my cats. This was Kika's, she passed away already from old age, and this is Camões. And with that I have to draw some more cats and a little bird. I use my, and I think that's why I started journaling as well, but I use my sketchbooks a lot as life annotations. So for example here, this is just a little note from when I stopped drawing, stopped working at a design company that was horrible, and I started working at a port wine cellar. Some day-to-day life annotations, another beer review, always using ink and usually on a pen and watercolor. my mushrooms. Sometimes in cases like these I like to come back and just add a little bit more. Okay. So here I probably didn't like what was here. I just added this. Yeah. These are Senilia watercolors. Some Caitlin fan art. This is already done in 2019, but I just jump back and forth on my pages a lot, so. Food. I think in this year I started really getting into food illustration. This is like, I think still, yeah, 2019. And I think you'll be able to notice it throughout the sketchbook. There's more food sketches. Some lines. So this was actually from 2016 when I went to see Queen, or what's left of Queen live on Rock and Rio. But after this I went on to live in the Netherlands, and I wanted to do a little nice like spread just to symbolize that, but I wasn't very good at organizing in this time, so I did come back to paint this tulip in gouache and also this flower. I think this still might be live on my channel. If not, never mind. But I love coasters. The nicer they are, the more likely I am to kind of, you know, take them away from myself. I also really like just gluing paper with different illustrations on top of something that might have been here that I didn't like. I think it's a nice page to just, a nice way to like bring up your sketchbook. I think it's really important to be connected to pieces that you used to like journal or show your life. I think it's really important to like them, so I'm always up for hiding things I am not a fan of. And this is just a little I don't know how to say it in English. A little windmill. Yeah. More gluing stuff, more food. This is from when I arrived to the Netherlands. I was so sad from leaving my boyfriend behind. He eventually came living with me, but it was a while, and I was just so depressed about leaving my family and all. And this guy that worked at a cafe, he gave me like a little chocolate collection so that I would be okay. It was very nice. These are some studies done at the Marriage House Museum. More food. This beer, you can see it's quite different from the other ones. It's not as inspired. This one is, I took way longer on this one. I think it helps that one fun thing is that the pubs in the Netherlands are quite dark, while the ones in Portugal are very bright, so I can just see what I'm drawing, which is not the case here, I think. And here is my favorite spread from this whole sketchbook. I just really like how this came out. I feel like this is such a good spread. I'm not usually super proud of my artwork, but this one is like, yes. I just every time I draw food now, I try to keep this spread in mind. Not in like a quality standard, but in what I like to do standard, so that I can also aim for that and get the same satisfaction. I really enjoy these. What was happening here? Oh yeah, I was planning for a YouTube video, and I think you can still watch this on here. I don't think I took it down, but I was trying to explore alkalis and alternative like watercolor mediums a lot, because I do think they look a bit brighter, but in the end I do think I still love watercolors way more. collect a lot of labels or like wrappers if I like them. Some of them have just such a nice design that I feel it's kind of a waste to send it away. Some horses, unicorns to be precise. I also did this at a pub, I remember, because I also took this coaster with me. It's so nice. This is a poem. I don't think I wrote down who by, so maybe I was the one who wrote it. I read a lot and then I just kind of forget. And this was just a tree that I wanted to draw. Yes. No. And these are some Princess Bubblegum fan arts. I did this one first and I wasn't happy with it. Then I did this on a side paper and I found out I liked this one more and better. So I guess I just showed myself. Some more labels I really like. This is so nice. And also just freehand pen doodles. This is gouache. This as well. And I think these were like some pens that I bought and I was testing out and I wasn't really happy with it. A sketch that never came to be. As you see, I don't put all that much effort into every single page, but I just really wanted to do that disclaimer at the beginning. Some more birds. I remember what was under here. I really didn't like it. It was some girl, but I wasn't happy with it. And also this bird, I don't love it. But I wrote a part of the raven here, so I don't have the heart to erase it since it's something that I quite enjoy. And this is just journaling a day I went to a concert, a Black Lips concert, and on the day after we just walked around Amsterdam and grabbed tea and just had a nice day. And so, yeah. I don't remember what was under here that I wanted to hide, but I remembered that I did want to try this like whole technique of kind of making shape with your just lines, and I do like how it came out. I'm pretty happy with it. Oh yes, this you can see on here. This is oil. You can also see that I was not prepared for oil to get everything oily, so this page is stained because of that. But I do really like how this came out, and now I know I need to prep pages with gesso before actually painting with oil on them. So in the future, this will not happen, I hope. Some more food. This has a spelling mistake. I forgot a K here in cocktails. I guess that's it. Food became my whole personality trait on this year, as you can tell. This is glued off, but this is one of my stickers, and I don't know why it's here. I didn't glue it down. I'm just gonna leave here. One day I'll find it. Again. Yeah, I have a video on doing this page. I really like, I think it's kind of a emotional page just because I wanted to include something with my partner here. I look a little psychotic, but that's fine. Some plants. I bought these plants and only the herbifolia is alive today. These two, they passed away since. I'm sorry. Oh, and I really like this paper from, what was it? I think it was some Nespresso capsules from an independent maker, and I really liked this paper, so I wanted to paint on top of it. Oh my god, more cats. And this was following a watercolor tutorial, I believe. And overall I just wanted to do more masculine faces, specifically old wrinkly ones because I wanted to draw dwarfs. Oh, and this was for Inktober, so maybe this was for Inktober too. But yeah, I remember doing this for Inktober. I didn't finish this year when I did this, but I was pretty happy with this. I really like drawing like a super tiny scene where you have the mouse, little spider, or daddy long legs. I really like this. I should do this more. I really really miss doing it. And more ink. I really love drawing in ink, especially when you find like that one pen that you like, or that one nib. It's so nice. I really want to do it more. And yeah, cat faces are also always fun to do for me. Linoleum. Yeah, I'm not too happy with these, but I just really wanted to try doing it. This is from an artist I really like, Vidreki. I'll post her link on the description as well. And she sent a little note with the order. It was super cute. My ordinary items. This was for a video here on YouTube, and then I noticed that I just didn't film it, so I didn't make anything with it. And this is a spread dedicated to my closest friends. I really love them and I miss them, so they deserve a whole spread for themselves. Some more watercolor. I was trying to do a more something that I could turn into stickers, and I might turn them into stickers for my digital planner. Yeah, I always love drawing food, even if I don't color it. It's so fun. And just using collages as references as well. I really like it. A beer, a more inspired beer, and this one is more recent, from 2021. So I think, yeah, the pandemic was already going on, I think. Oh, and this I did do for YouTube. Both of these. Here I use Ecolines, and here I use, I think, our inks, Winsor & Newton inks. I really like this one. I think this one's quite nice. I don't love this one. I don't hate it anymore, but I don't love it. But this one, I think it's quite nice. Another spread I do love. I was going through a whole colleges thing on this time, and I really love how it came out. I still do them a lot on my journals. My robot, cooking robot. And this is my beloved cat. He passed away, and I just really wanted to have him here. Nothing going on here. Oh, I think I just saved this page from an old book that I liked. This is Moko from Toho. I wanted to do some digital painting tests with traditional ink, which I quite enjoyed doing, but it's too much work. I'm very lazy. And for here, so I studied scientific illustration on a like specialization or post-graduation thing, and I remember I was missing doing some more detailed things, so I just did some figs. A gouache study. I don't do these often anymore, but they're really fun because you get so concentrated on what the work looks like that the other person's work looks like that you kind of just forget yourself. Some more Toho fan art. Sad doggy. And here it's starting to dwindle down. I think this always happens on my sketchbook, so on the last pages I start doing things a bit more disconnected from each other, I guess. It's the word. Some more fun art, some Ina fun art. I was really into VTubers at this time, and Ina was super relaxing to watch. fish. I really love Sadia Kim's work, and I think I did this because I bought her course on what's it called? One of those websites with tutorials that you can pay for. Some Final Fantasy fan art. I adore Final Fantasy 14. It's my favorite, I wouldn't say favorite game, favorite MMO. It's also a really good comfort game, I think. Even if you try to do harder content, I think it's really relaxing since you're with your friends. And I am doing a break. I'm taking a break from it now because I only played it and I wanted to play other games. Little mushroom and a little bird. Flowers here as well. Yeah, I wasn't too happy with it, so much so that I kind of neglected the whole page after. This was on a trip to Portugal. I had this creep. It wasn't very good. I remember being super disappointed with it, but I took a photo because it was pretty. It was very nice looking. And some more here. Here I had bought coloring pencils and I just wanted to do stuff with them. I don't really like how this came out, but this is watercolor and this is a mix of watercolor and pencils. And oh, some faces. I quite like these actually. I think they're nice. And to end this, yes, on my sketchbooks I often do like a little, I need to empty this out, but I often do like an envelope so that I can store things and glue them later on. And yeah, that's it. I'm sure this is really long, but I do hope you like looking through my sketchbook. I really love this one. I'm very happy how it serviced me. But yeah.